Very welcome to this new episode of Off to 7,000 Islands. And today I want to talk you through what we learned from the last typhoon, what damage it was here. Last week basically was a typhoon. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It really hit us quite hard, not with the wind, but the waves and storm surge, and also the rain. The rain was really a lot and did quite some damage here and around Bulalalcao where we live, and also in our hotel. And we're gonna just show you that here in this video what we did this week, and we tidied up a lot already. My name is Erik and let's get into the video. As I record that, it's on Thursday, basically 4 days after the typhoon more or less left, and I've seen in many Western news, they of course show the worst places where the typhoon hit, but it is part of life here, of course. And for me it was a bit of a shock. It's not my first typhoon I experienced, but the first typhoon where my money was on the line basically, and I experienced cyclones in Africa and East Africa as well, but I never needed to worry that things of my stuff breaks, and that was the first time basically that happened. But yeah, I show you first here a side by side a video what I just made on Thursday before the typhoon, and then on Tuesday the week after the typhoon. So you see here how exposed our almost foundation of the sea wall we have, and those stairs and everything is. Also the palm trees look out quite a bit, and how much the waves of the storm surge took away here. And in the end of the bay, we are in a little bay, there's lots of houses who are fairly low down, and the people needed to be evacuated because the waves from the storm surge were quite high. So, and usually they come a bit out of a different direction here, so we are quite protected, but the wind managed to blow it directly into the bay, so that's why the waves were so high. And you see here also how high the waves came on our first terrace, basically, where we have our hotel, also where the first rooms are. The waves actually managed to get up on it and brought a lot of debris as well. Luckily, none of our houses got damaged, our rooms. We have those little bungalows here in the hotel, and only one roof panel on one of those smaller rooms down at the sea got ripped off. But there's no damage inside the houses. And also our 3 stand-up paddleboards, sadly they got lost. You can actually see where they've been stored. Normally this house is completely gone. A little shed was that, like where we stored them, and we already put them further up and tied them down, but they got loose. And sadly we were not here when they were preparing for it, and next time, we know. And it's just an expensive loss, really. One of our paddleboat also got damaged, so it needs to be repaired with fiberglass or what that's called to repair it. It makes me a bit annoyed because that would have been preventable. And we tied it up, and luckily also in the last few days, of course, it brought already sand back. But you can see how exposed those seagrass banks we have basically here, because it's natural protection, so we can't take them off. We can't just make it all sand, but you can see how they poke out. And usually they're almost like they're the same height as the normal sea floor. You can see how much sand it took away, about 1.5 meters of sand it almost took away. But luckily lots of it is already back. And we have now the workers who are also picking up the stones, which we use for our wall as well. And of course we're trying to keep it very protected and environmental friendly, so that we don't destroy any habitats. But every storm brings lots of those stones in as well. So and some of them we take from our beach away to build actually our walls here, and we are just on the way of extending here as well. We will show that in another video where we just built in our hotel, and is also that everything we digged up already, of course, got flooded, and all those holes are closed again. Yeah, but in our house at home, we realized we have some holes, especially when the wind is strong and pushes the rain sidewards, basically. Then we had some leaks, little leaks in the roof, which we need to fix. Don't have much money at the moment, private basically, to do that, but a few fixes we did. Basically, we are really, really lucky because a typhoon here, even though it's part of life, often kills quite a few people. And this typhoon was quite strong and quite slow, so it brought lots of rain and lots of storm surges, so it broke bridges and all this kind of stuff. And it stayed very long, so that's always a bad thing. So when they go quicker, then that's always better. For us, it showed us, we are very thankful that actually not really much happened, even though it sometimes looked like when you saw the waves, you get kind of worried, and some parts got flooded, but no one here died in this town. Only one person, or well, probably 2 persons died in the whole island, but altogether more than 80 people died, and still some are missing. Yeah, if you're worried to travel to the Philippines at those times, I mean, it is now typhoon season. They don't come without warning, and we have here for the hotel, for example, also places where we would hide if a typhoon hits us directly and the wind gets stronger. So basically, lots of places are just a little bit more reinforced where we would go and hide. Also in our house, we have one toilet basically where we can hide very well. But yeah, so our damage is very minimal to some of the others. So I saw also like there's another YouTuber called Texas Filipino, and he's obviously from Texas. And they have a farm which got quite flooded. I watch him sometimes. He lives much closer to where the typhoon went along. For us, it showed that we have lots of things to improve because, yeah, we've been really busy that weekend and could not oversee everything. And basically, I would have expected a little bit more from people who know how typhoons can affect us here. Because it's not my first typhoon which I experienced, but of course it's the first year where we have typhoons who hit us here in the hotel, where we're actually managing it. And also, of course, sometimes here in the hotel is a bit difficult because, of course, it's not just ours, but the whole family from Alyssa. So Alyssa's the manager, but for example, the construction is made from my brother and mother-in-law, and the sisters also, of course, are involved here, and sometimes it's a bit chaos. And I think I will take up here. I can do more coordination and more maintenance and things. It showed some things where we were just really not prepared, which I thought we were, but we were not. And that needs to be different. You know, a few lamps are broken, a few paddle boards, and yeah, a few things got flooded who shouldn't be flooded, but none of the rooms, so it's fine. But yeah, some things we learned, we have some lessons we learned. And oh yeah, and one thing definitely what was really, really sad actually was how much rubbish came. So we tidied up lots of rubbish before it got washed out again into the sea. It was raining most of the time when we tidied it up, so just I have a few pictures of it. But yeah, we filled about 10 of those half barrels full just with plastic rubbish, and especially bottles, but also some clothes. And some fishing equipment and things, but most of it was household plastic. I mean, diapers, there were, of course, lots of bottles and all sorts of, stuff which is just, wow. It's more like God throwing it on the beach and saying, hey, take your shit back you throw into my ocean. And it made me quite sad. We can also do not much about it. I mean, we take it out and then we burn it. But we definitely thinking and implementing some of more things. Also our staff. We want to train more to be more aware of environmental, better environmental management, and we're working on some things which we want to implement here with the rubbish and how we can reduce rubbish and all this kind of stuff. So there's quite a few things which we want to and need to improve. I think we need to improve them, and I hope here in the town itself as well there's more things which will improve over time. Of course, change needs to happen faster, but it is slow. But we want to take our part here as well, and so we can train our employees better, and do the next typhoon we are better prepared. So I'm talking too much. So now you know, and if you want to check out our hotels, of course, linked down below and also in the pinned comment. And if you have any questions, please write that, give it a thumbs up, and we see you in the next one.